Over the years, I have heard members of the PlayStation community, yes, members of the Pony Barn, say a number of stupid things when it comes to gaming. For example,
we've been telling you that this thing was going to cost $700, and we told you and told you and told you. And instead of you all just saving your money, like we told you, you were like, I'll never do it. And guess what? This thing's more powerful than a 4090.
Who?
It is. A friend of mine, he called me. He has a 4090. He was like, look, I struggle with this. You know, he said he's struggling with it because he's seen that this thing do things that the 4090 can't do.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
It's not gonna do this. It's gonna struggle.
Shut with my mug on me. Oh, DD. Oh, what it is? Oh, DD.
at one point in time, the entire PlayStation community thought that the PlayStation 5 Pro was more powerful than a 4090. Wow. But there's more. Who could remember this?
This thing is going to bomb. I'm going to call it right now. You can clip it. I'm filming this at 10 a.m. on May 17th. This is about to be the lowest selling Call of Duty of all time.
COD breaking records, COD doing the best for Gamepass ever. I mean, what a idiotic take by Dreamcast guy saying that COD Black Ops would have not done well. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But it's not only ponies doing it, it was even from the head of Sony at the time, Jim Ryan. You all remember when Jim Ryan said this and then this proceeded to follow?
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
Some people said it plays like Destiny. Okay, it has the aesthetics of Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. Why do this, Sony? Why?
Easy there, Marlon. Easy there before you burst a blood vessel. Yes, over the years, so many PlayStation community has made some real idiotic statements. Well, today is no different. Today we have our friend Jimmy Neutron, Reforge Gaming. He is making another statement, and that statement is gamers who are on Game Pass should not flex that they are saving money.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
Yes, saving money on Game Pass is not something to flex about. But let's talk about all that and more. So you know what? Let's get it!
This is a sickness!
Let's get it! You, yes you, if you are liking this content, hit that like and subscribe button today. Of course, you get great Xbox content, we get some Nintendo news, and we specialize in Sony Pony Soul. So if this type of content interests you, hit the subscribe button now. Now let's get back to the video. Let me just remind the fine people what Reforge said just a couple days ago when it came to Expedition 33. He was reiterating that Xbox had nothing to do with the success of this game. Listen.
Boom. It's the highest rated score on OpenCritic right now. Game 33? No, Expedition 33 is not a win for Xbox. Xbox had nothing to do with the game. They didn't publish it. They didn't pay for it. They entered into a contract for Game Pass. I'm sorry. Like, I know people... Listen, it's not a W for Xbox. Xbox had nothing to do with the game. It really didn't.
Now, that was not a good take on Jimmy's part, because it's very clear that if Microsoft would have seen the value of this game 2 years ago, and decided to put it on their service for their customers or their consumers, it is a win for Xbox, because Xbox have the eye to give their consumers, great games. I mean, how could you not say this isn't a win for Xbox? Yes, Xbox had the ability to see that this would have been a great game for their consumers. But now, listen to what Reforge is saying.
Plus the dev that they made, yeah, I would say they made the right call, because I think the devs knew this is a lump sum. We're a smaller studio. Having Xbox in their corner was really nice, right? They were included in the developer direct in January. That helps. It really does. A lot of people that watch that developer direct, saw a game that they wouldn't have seen without that Game Pass contract.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So yes, Reforge here contradicts himself in a matter of days. First he said it's not a win for Xbox. Xbox has absolutely nothing to do with Expedition 33, and it's very clear that this is why Xbox fans is claiming this game, is because Xbox saw the eye, saw the small developer, and decided to give them a chance. Decided to give their game a chance for their consumers, and guess what? It's paying off not only for Xbox but also for the devs. So yes, Microsoft does have a part to play in the success of Expedition 33. But this is not the end of the stupid takes by these ponies. It continues. Listen to this.
You tried it on Game Pass, you're going to buy it on Steam, the devs deserve support. A lot of people aren't going to do that, and that's totally fine. I would never shame anybody who's like, man, Game Pass is a great value. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy games. I think that's totally fine. I would never shame anybody for doing that. I do think it's one of the weirdest flexes in gamer culture. I think gamer culture, having people in it that brag about how little they spend is weird. I think that's just always been a bit of a weird flex.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
So think about it. Why isn't this a flex? It's a big flex. Shout out to Fox Mulder here. He would have made a list helping us to see this initially, just for the past week or the past 2 weeks, how much money we were able to save by applying or subscribing to Game Pass. Look at this list here. You see how much money? Over $200. And then we have another list of how much money we have been saving so far with Game Pass. Look at these games. Look at the prices. If a PlayStation fan wanted to play all these games, they would have to spend over $400. Well, with Game Pass, that is not the case. $20 a month, and you could have played all these games day and date. So when it is Reforge saying that this isn't a flex, or why he don't understand why it's a flex, I mean, that's a foolish take. I mean, no wonder why Xbox fans are trying to play cool, but really and truly, when they see the amount of games still coming to Game Pass, I mean, they only want to do this.
The burden that you had before, it has been lifted. Excuse me.
Yes, the burden you had before, paying full price for these games, has been lifted. So wow. So you might be asking, what are these games? When are these games coming out? Well, look at this here. So first up, according to Aaron Greenberg, we have Towerborn, and that game is released today. Yes, today you can go and play Towerborn on Game Pass. So right off the bat we see a great game. Now fans reacted to this news here by Aaron Greenberg. Sean said, "Y'all need to stop. I can't keep up." Max said, "My backlog keeps growing. Slow down on the first party game releases." And then Solid Evolution said, "Let's go." So this is fans just reacting to the games that they are going to experience again this week on Game Pass. Wow, wow, wow. And then we have another big game, and this game I believe will be a very big game for Game Pass. It's brought to us from 505 Games, and it is Chang, Fallen Feathers. Yes, don't sleep on this game, guys. Don't sleep on it, because this game is going to be huge. Look at this. Let me just give you a little taste of what you'll be getting day one on Game Pass. Look at this game. Now look at this, guys. Look at this. Another banger dropping day one on Game Pass. Now this game looking like it could rival the smash hit last year, Wulong. I mean, look at this game. Looking very difficult. For those who love Soulite games, they would have a treat with this game on Game Pass. Now, when would this game be coming out? Right, according to Xbox official Twitter page, they are saying that this game is coming out on July the 24th. So again, you have no rest, you have no time to rest, because it's game after game after game in your Rukun Kotunkung. And then, of course, we cannot forget the other Game of the Year contender, Doom, because Doom is releasing very soon on Game Pass as well. So when Reforge said it's not a flex to talk about saving money on Game Pass, I mean, Jimmy Neutron, you're supposed to be smarter than that. Come on, how could you even make a statement like that? Now, again, tell me, Jimmy, why isn't this a good thing?
So Steam had a max of 128,000 players. That was yesterday, so there's 780,000 out there somewhere. That's not how concurrent players versus a million sales work, Silent. They could have sold 400,000 copies on Steam, but the concurrent player count only hit 121. Like, that's concurrent player count doesn't, you don't like subtract their player peak on Steam from a million and you're like, oh well, all the rest of those must have been on PlayStation. That's not how that data point works. My issue is that with Game Pass, it's not Xbox. I agree that they wouldn't have bought it without Game Pass, but having it on PC games is where it hurts, because those people would have bought it. I don't know about that, Corey. Steam is pretty big, and Steam users prefer to buy and own things in Steam. I don't think a bunch of Steam users clamored to Game Pass for Expedition 33. I don't think you get to 121,000 concurrent players on Steam that way. Everybody should be happy to save if you give people the option to save. Yeah, I don't care if you save money and you're frugal. It's, to me, I've always thought the flex of like, yeah, we don't spend money on games here, you know. I think that's just weird energy.
Yes, so as the PlayStation community continues to say that, here what, this is weird energy to flex that we are saving money on Game Pass. I mean, we will continue to be playing all these bangers well into the months ahead. I mean, there is so much value. I mean, I don't know why the PlayStation community don't find any kind of weird energy not having any kind of first party games to play. I mean, I don't know where that energy is going. So let me hear what you thought about the video today. Are you looking forward to all these games coming to Game Pass? How are you going to play them on PC, on Steam? How are you going to play them? Let me know in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.